Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to our live stream in 3D Maker Salon. And this is spring. Do we have more people joining us? I think now probably it's the early morning time in Europe, or afternoon time in Europe, and early morning time in US. And maybe more people are just coming to join us on their way. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Andrea. How do you normally say hi in Italian?
Ciao.
Ciao. It's like say goodbye as well.
Yeah, it's like for both.
Yeah. So today we have a special guest, Andrea from Italy, and since we have more people coming to join us, and I would like to welcome everybody to join us here, and also if you join us, welcome to say hi here, and also hi Sam and the King. Welcome to our live stream. Yeah, today we have a very young, passionate 3D printing hobbyist, Andrea, with us. And in our 3D Maker Salon, every time we have different guests. They have their own specialties in different area and also their passion in different parts. So definitely, I think 3D Maker Salon would be a good platform for like young people or like experienced 3D printing hobbyists to join, and which would be a very good platform to socialize with more people and also exchange ideas through the platform. And hopefully through this platform, we can get to know more ideas and also to get to know more about our Geeetech product and some feedbacks from you guys. Yeah, that's the basic ideas about this platform here. Also, at the meantime, if you are joining our live stream, I would definitely like you guys to share this live with your friends, to your timeline or your group, if you enjoy it. And also in this live stream later on, we will have a special session that we will send some gift out by asking some quiz questions on live, and welcome you to join. And yeah, before that, I also would like have one more thing to add, is that we are currently Geeetech. As you already know, Geeetech has been in the 3D printing market for a long time, and we have a Facebook page that's normally we didn't promote it, but here recently we just realized that we don't habitually promote it, and we don't get much likes in our page. So if you are here, welcome you to like our Geeetech page as well, and help us to get more comments in the main page as well, and definitely we will provide better services as well. Okay, now let's come to the main topic of today's live stream, is that we invite our young guest, Andrea, to share his 3D printing experience on live with us. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself about how did you get into the 3D printing hobbies?
Yes. So in 2017, my parents bought me my first 3D printer that was a Delta style, and from there I got passionate about 3D printing and designing objects.
Well, so which means that your parents really focus on the like education of 3D printing. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes.
That's your. I like. I'm not sure in your country. That's like parents normally will pay a lot of attention to 3D printing.
Normally not, but in my case, I was already passionate before about technology, so they thought that could it could be a great new passion in the same technology space.
Well, so I think you are so lucky that you have a very great parent.
Yes.
Since you have mentioned you have been in 3D printing for a long time and you have doing a lot of printing by yourself, what did you learn most from 3D printing?
From 3D printing, I learned most about persistence and perseverance, because building and printing and designing objects isn't easy. So you really need to take time for every task, and then you should never give up if at the first try you can't make it.
Wow, so how many prints have you printed by yourself?
I think that from 2017, probably 100 or 200, but in time, some broke because they were some functional parts, but the rest are in my house. For
Okay,
example, yeah.
Before when we communicated, you said you have sent a lot of your prints to your friends.
Yes.
And can you share with us of some of your latest prints on
Yes.
live?
So
yeah.
One of my latest prints is this SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket that I even painted. And this is a reproduction, I think, in a scale from 1 to 400.
I noticed that there are some words in the rocket. Did you write it by yourself, or it come originally with the printing?
So it was printed in a base mode. So there was a really tiny layer of material that then I painted.
That's cool. Do you have some other prints as well?
Yes, then I am in the process of printing a plane, an RC plane, and it's a model from first, and these are the wing tips for the wing.
Wow. So this one is not finished yet.
No, I printed 2 parts out of 26. So it's a very long job, but in the end, it will be a great plane, I think.
How long will it take for you to print the whole thing?
I think like 2 weeks, because I can't print every day at night, because I sleep in the same.
You still got some homework to do.
Yeah.
Now is the vacation there, right?
So I try to print every day in the daylight. So whenever I wake up, I start to print one piece that usually takes five hours in a base mode, and so I can usually do 1 or 2 a day. So in the end, in 2 weeks, I should be able to finish it.
Oh, I just pop up one question is like some people always say like 3D printing can help kids to build up their creation like craft ability. Do you think 3D printing help you with that?
That's for sure. In fact, apart from building the plane and building the rocket, I am upgrading the 3D printer, and that I think takes a lot of craftsmanship and then patience. So I think that it helps.
It helps you to build more patience.
Yes, that's
That's great. Definitely, I think more 3D printing will be a like long way to go in education, so that people will develop more like art or creative mindset, and also their crafting skills with 3D printing. That's something that's really interesting about 3D printing. Yeah, we throughout the communication we had before, you said that you actually learned a lot of things by yourself about 3D printing. I think since you are very young, we can talk about something like very simple, starting from some educational level. It's like, say, the basic, you mentioned that you know a lot about talk about direct drive and also Bowden drive. Yeah. You can share some of your opinions of between those two.
Mm-hmm. Then I saw a comment that, from some parents, and yes, I am upgrading my Geeetech A10 from 2018. I totally replaced the electronics, and now I am rebuilding it. So for the topic, direct drive versus Bowden.
Yeah.
The direct drive is type of extruder and assembly that is like found on the Prusa printers like the Mark II or Mark III. For example, in my Geeetech A10, it's a Bowden setup. So the motor and the extruder, in this case, a BMG, so dual drive, is on the carriage, but not directly on the hot end. This means that the motor, the X motor, doesn't need to change the position of the carriage, the hot end with more mass, and this means that the accelerations and decelerations are easier and more precise. So this helps to eliminate ringing and ghosting that may occur when the motor can stop in time the mass. Then I decided to go for a BMG for the extruder because because it is a dual drive setup that helps to push the filament through two gears and not one, and this just gives a more consistent and fluid extrusion.
So Bowden drive is better than direct drive.
It's better in some cases because then direct drive can be better if someone wants to print with flexible materials, because the space between the extruder and the hot end is less. So the very flexible materials like Ninja Flex have less distance where they can curl up or twist.
Okay, that's great. I think you know a lot about the printers already, and before we also talked about Delta printer and Cartesian printer.
Yes, so I like both styles of printers, and they have their pros and cons. This is a Cartesian style printer, so the axes move on a linear way, so they move only in one direction at a time, and this means that it prints a little slower, but straight lines are a lot more precise. On the other hand, the Delta style printers are way faster because this part is lighter, and they have three motors at a time that need to move in order to make the hot end move, and this means that um, um,
Well, we actually got many questions for you. Let's just quickly go through it. We have few people say hi and have a nice job. What will be said? And also, Sam said, "Did you upgrade your printer?"
And yes,
Definitely.
I'm starting to upgrade it, and then I think
maybe you can share about where are the updates that you have made by yourself and your upgrading experience with printers.
Yes. So I upgraded the extruder with the MG extruder from AliExpress. Then I upgraded the carriage to fit an MK10 A10 that I had at my house. And I changed even the part cooling fan for a 50-15 blower style. And then I changed even the cooling assembly, the gray part with a file that I found on Thingiverse. Then I am planning to change the hot and the heated bed with a new one that has a spring seal sheet here. And on this spring seal sheet, I will put a PEI surface. And then I upgraded the motherboard and the place where the motherboard is in general, and the cooling fan for the motherboard and drivers with an A10 fan. So it's a lot bigger. It's this one. I don't know if you can see it. And for the motherboard, I went with an SKR version 1.3 with some TMC 2208 drivers.
Can you share us with us why did you choose this one?
Yes, so I chose the TMC 2208 drivers because I thought that for the money they were the best ones. So they kept the printer silent, so the movements are silent thanks to the self-shock mode. And then because they were offered in a bundle with the motherboard.
Yeah.
Also, the motherboard is 32-bit, so I chose this over an 8-bit board because I think that it can give a lot more upgradability on the firmware side.
Cool.
I also,
Is there
so,
anything else that you upgraded by yourself?
I changed even the hotbed for a new one. Yeah, and that came with the spring seal bed, and s- and on the back side of the hotbed, I will place some permanent magnets here that are very strong, so they can keep the spring seal bed in place.
We have some more comments here. I don't know what does this mean. Asking. And Sam asked, do you usually print in PLA or other type?
So usually I print PLA. So for example, the rocket is printed in PLA, and the plane will be printed in PLA. But I also print in PETG uh, for the parts that need a bit more heat resistance and strength.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, one more question is about with a hotbed.
The hotbed is here, so I didn't install it yet because I am finishing the wiring for the printer. When I finish that, I will install the hotbed and then connect the SKR.
Cool. Okay, SKR board is excellent.
Yes. Also, I went with the spring seal bed and PEI combo because I thought that it's the best and easiest way to it's the best print service if you are a bit impatient with waiting for the bed to cool down. In fact, this way I can just get the spring seal bed even if the bed is still warm, and then pry off the part without ruining it. But on the other side, glass is even a very good build surface. In fact, I used it for 3 years on all of my printers, but there are just some things that I really like that you really need to pay attention. So for example, the amount of hairspray or glue that you put in the fact, sometimes I placed too much hairspray, and then the prints had a hard time coming off.
Okay, great. So just to shortly introduce a little bit is now we are having Andrea with us to sharing his own 3D printing experience with us on this 3D Maker Salon. And if you have any question, welcome to comment here to ask any question or give any comments. Yeah. I think for like more practical part is like for those young people or new people who just join 3D printing. Do you have like something like that can suggest them to start with for upgrading?
Yes, so I would suggest to upgrade. Like the first thing would be the part cooling fan. So to put a 50-15 style fun, but that needs even some soldering skills, because you will have to splice the cables from the original part cooling in order to put the new one. Then I would suggest to replace the fan, like this part, the duct, like this. There would be a more
You mean the extruder?
no, like the fan duct assembly where the
Okay.
fan screw in, because this way you could have like some more direction cooling to the part.
Okay. So just some simple place to start with.
Yes, sort of.
Yeah. For yourself, I think you have been you did some upgrading by yourself. Did you find anything difficult for you to upgrade?
So the first thing that was pretty difficult was redoing all of the wiring, because it's pretty hard to find the exact measurement and the exact cables online, or even in Italy for the printers. In fact, I just found some cables that were a bit too thick. So for doing the connectors, for example, the DuPont that I used here to join the fan cables to the fan was pretty hard, and I used an X-Acto knife to remove some of the insulation to make it. Then like find putting all of the wires inside the motherboard tray was even pretty hard, because if I open it, you even see how many wires in the end are inside. And let's say that with the motherboard, it will be not easy to make them all fit nicely. These are of the
So you made the case by yourself just to make it more tidy.
Yes, I printed it by myself, but this is a design from Teaching Tech YouTube channel.
Okay, great.
Then I wanted to have like a 12-volt output from the power supply, so I soldered in a DC to DC converter to convert the 24 volts of the power supply to 12 volts. Then I placed a DuPont connector in order to insert two lights. One will be here on the top and is a pretty powerful LED light, and another one will go on the fan duct, and ideally with a three-position switch. I will be able to switch between the top one and the fan duct one.
Great. Thank you for your introductions about your upgrading and some suggestions to the new beginners. And did you? I think that you must have a lot of suggestions or experience to share with those who just newly joined the 3D printing.
Yes. So, for example, I would suggest to download or Cura or a slicer 3D to slice the parts. But in general, I wouldn't suggest to change many settings. In fact, for example, this rocket still, I think, came out pretty well. Like the lines are pretty consistent. Used a stock profile for PLA, and I just changed the retraction settings, and I inserted the base mode. So in general, I wouldn't suggest to change too many parameters at once, because then if something doesn't work, it would be hard to find which one caused the problem. Also, I would suggest to start printing in PLA because that's the easiest material to start with, and also with PLA and in general any material, bed leveling is fundamental. So
Yeah.
I would really highly recommend them.
Everybody is saying better leveling. Always better leveling
Yeah,
when you
because,
start printing.
mhm, because
And
like it's a very important thing to get right.
yes, I think you mentioned about three main things like better leveling is fundamental, and also do not do many upgrade at the one time,
Yes.
and start with PLA. So
Mhm.
these are the three main things that I remember. Very good, thank you. And I think for also right now, I just a more practical question about you those who did not buy a printer yet. Maybe you can give some suggestion of how to pick up a printer.
So
Especially that you are like in a very young age,
yeah.
people like you.
So in Europe in general, I would suggest to get the printer probably on AliExpress, but with a German or
I think
European warehouse, and that way the printer would be like that way the printer would be in using an expedited type of shipping, so it would arrive in a very little time.
okay.
um,
So yeah, so that's the main thing for suggesting to buy a printers.
Yes, and also I would start with a Cartesian style printer because they are usually a lot easier to deal with. So they are easier to use in the start. And like for example, a Geeetech A10 would be a good choice, but
Yeah.
I would suggest the single the single nozzle and single extruder one for beginners because that makes it a lot easier, or even like all of the printers that are similar to this, like i3 or Prusa style.
Okay. Definitely choose for new beginners. We suggest you to buy Cartesian printers.
Yes, Delta
Yeah.
printers are harder for leveling and for in
Mhm.
general maintenance.
Okay. You have been using how many printers did you use so far?
In total, I think I used five, but right now I just have the Geeetech A10, and
Mhm.
then a Delta style printer on any cubic. I think it's in
Okay, bye, Kim.
I don't remember the name, but it's a Delta printer.
Okay. Okay. I heard that you said you already bought this printer, or Geeetech printer, A10 for quite a long time. So how long
Yes,
have you been using this printer?
I used this printer from the start of 2018, and from the start I didn't do modifications because it all ran well, and I didn't feel like it was needed. But after 2 years of use, and then with more experience, I wanted to try to modify it and to make it a bit more a bit more new with some
Yeah.
new technologies.
Okay. That's great. Which means that I think our printers is worth buying.
Yeah, yeah.
We have actually hobbyists from from different ages. At the beginning of the live stream, I didn't ask how old are you. I think this is a very important question.
And I am
From
15.
15.
Yes.
That's very young and already been in 3D printing for more than 3 years. Wow.
Yes.
So guys, if you have a young kids, you can start to have have a 3D printing education plan early. And Geeetech 3D printers would be a very good choice for you. Well, I think already we have been on live for almost 40 minutes. And today we're going to have some quiz questions on live to ask audiences, and we will have some gifts to send out. So how many people do we have? We have 20 on live with us. So Andrea, are you ready to give some questions, and then we will ask our audience to answer questions, and we'll choose those who answer the right and quickest to be the winner. So we will have 3 questions and choose the winners to get a gift. Guys, get ready? Okay, can we start now, Andrea?
Okay, so the first question is, in which version of Marlin firmware did the delta movements and calculations get revolutionized?
Can you maybe ask one more time?
Yes. In which version of Marlin did the delta movements and calculations get revolutionized? By revolutionized,
I think there is some some delay here, so we'll just wait a little bit time for Morgan. Yeah.
I've one in the comment section already.
Already have one.
Yes. So some practice. Yes, that's right.
2.0 is
Yes.
right. Oh, good luck to Sam. Sam get our prize, and yeah, let's get ready for the second one. Do we have yeah, let's get for second one.
So the second question is stall guard in a function of which TMC drivers?
Yeah.
So I will repeat it. Stall guard.
Yeah. Store garden
is a function of which TMC drivers. They are two.
Oh, we needed to add one more rules here. Actually, is that we one person can get one gift at one live stream. So we will have more chances for more people here.
So I see one person in the comments that got one right, but there is another one from
Another one.
yes.
Do we have more answers from here that we can get? We're waiting for. Sam, you can continue. It's just that we are just trying to have more chances for more people. You're welcome to answer. For this one, we have a few questions. For this question, do we have more answers here?
Christina Wilson just put the two ones.
Okay, so we have only two. I think we have three. Or
the two one is just it's a sort
maybe
of,
you can just reveal the answer after. I think Christian is already the right. Already right, and so we can reveal the answer directly.
So the answers was the TMC21 is the TMC2209s and the newer versions of the
Hi, Christian and Norm.
2209s that are the TMC2222.
Yeah. Okay. So congratulations, Christina. Got our prize, and we have one more question, and we have one more gift. Get ready, guys. Cheer up. Okay, Andrea, let's ask the third question.
So the third question is, what are the upgraded / new versions of the TMC2208 and TMC2209 drivers?
Okay, I'm typing the questions here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are the upgraded new versions of TMC 2208 and the TMC 2209 drivers? Any answers? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna to, in the meantime, I'm going to share the link of our 3D Maker Salon while we are waiting for this more people to give answers. So if anybody is interested to be our special guest and also to share your experience in our 3D Maker Salon, you can click here to apply for it. And yeah, do we have a right answers?
Yes. So some apprentice got right the upgraded version of the 2209s. Now we just need the upgraded version of the 2208s.
So Sam is right?
Yeah.
Do you think we can have one more question to have more chance for other people as well?
Yes, sure. Another one could.
Sorry, Sam. Since we are going to have a rule, is one people can get one gift here. So we are still going to pass it and have one more question for one more person here.
So another question is how are the prints called where the mechanism that are printed don't need assembly?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah. So how are the prints called where there are mechanisms that don't need assembly? The mechanism that are printed don't need assembly.
A mechanism that printer don't need assembly it.
Yes. Don't.
Oh, these are hard questions. Indeed, I think that's very difficult. I don't know it as well. Okay, so I just added our Facebook Geeetech official our Facebook Geeetech link. If you like our live, please give us a like for our main page. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Do we have a right answer?
And I think that
One?
like no one has commented about this question, but I think that some may know it.
Do we have more answers? Do we? So this question, we don't have a right answer yet, right?
No.
Okay, so if there is, I will count to 3. If no right answer, we will skip to another easier question maybe.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. I think no. Then shall we jump to a simpler question so that we can audiences can be easily join.
I think that Sven answered, and like they are some synonyms to what he answered for the questions about the mechanisms.
Yeah.
So it's the
can you tell the right answer, and then we can jump to a simpler question.
Was print in place, and so like they can be synonyms with what Sven wrote. So maybe he got the right answer.
Sam said you are way too smart.
Thank you.
Yeah. Swan, do you have a right answer? If no, let's move to a simpler question. So more chance. Okay, let's move directly.
A simple question is on which site can you find the Marlin firmware for 3D printers? This site is used in general to share code or programs.
Oh, this one is very simple. Yeah, can you repeat it again?
Yeah, so on which site can you find the Marlin firmware for 3D printers? It's usually used to share code.
Sam is going to ask you to compile his firmware. Can we send you printers for upgrade?
I think
Thank
that
you,
man answered correctly. It's GitHub.
Oh, Swan get the right answer. Congratulations, Swan, for the right answer, and you got our lucky gift. Yeah, that's all for today's quiz session, and I hope you all enjoy this session. And well, yeah, I will do a little bit advertisement here as well for Geeetech printers and the products. Actually, since Andrea is from Italy, at the moment in Italy, we have a special promotion for our 3D pen. Is that the discount, the offer price is 34.884 for one 3D pen, and the original price is 40.99 euro. So you can save like a 15% discount. Yeah. So this is only like for today in Europe, for Italy only. And we have also some of the other promotions for Geeetech PLA in Germany. Yeah. So in Germany, PLA, we have like a black, white, silver color, like for 15% discount. So the final price would be like 21 euro to 22 euro around. So this is our special promotion at our Amazon store currently in Germany. Yes. So, and also for printers, we have a Geeetech A10 currently in France. We have like 32% discount for our Amazon store in France. Joanna, can you share the link here maybe? And also, let me check. Oh, I'll just share here directly. Yeah. Yeah, so that's for the A20 printer. We have, oh, we got 50 euro off. Like the final price is 249 euro until the end of this month. So this one is a little bit longer. And I think we have, let me check, do we have more promotion still? We have one more A10. I think we have one more A10 in. Yeah, if you guys are interested to buy printers or filaments, you can check out our special offer in our Amazon store. Yeah. For A10, we currently have 19 euro off. Plus, we have 15% discount. Here we have a code and also link here. So if you are interested to buy, since Andrea is using A10 printer. And the A10 printer is actually our like a very original printer, classic one. So if you are interested, you can check it out. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have more questions to ask Angela here?
I see a question from Sven. The TMC2226 is the upgrade of the TMC2209, and the TMC2225 is the upgrade of the TMC2208. In fact, right here I have TMC2226 that I got from my printer, and this is the upgrade of the TMC2209. It has the same features.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I just quickly go through our special offer in our Amazon store right now. For Italy, we have for 3D pen special offer today, like 50% discount. And for the for A20 printer, we have 50 euro off, and the discount will be until the end of this month. Final price is 249 euro. And for A10, we have a very big discount. Is 50 euro off plus 50% discount for this, the printer that Angela is using, and the final price is only 133.15 euro. Okay, so these are the main for, and lastly for PLA. For PLA is the final price right now we offering is 21.24 around for the discount until the end of this month. This is for France. Yes. Okay, that's all for our promotion and also the discussion today. If you have more things to add, and you can discuss, you can ask Angela directly. Maybe Angela, you can share your Facebook link here. So
Yes.
if anybody is interested to add your friends, then can communicate directly. And also, if you any audiences here want to say thanks to Andrea here, I think that today he impressed us a lot with his experience in upgrading the printer, and also his learning in printers and his sharing in printers. And as a young generation, I think he is a very great example for like a generation like me. And I needed to learn from you, and also hope the new generations, like adults, can put more emphasis to have more focuses to 3D printing. And I believe like with more people joining into 3D printing, that 3D printing is gonna to be very popular and help the world to be better. Yeah, that's a great one for today's live stream. Thanks everybody here, and thanks Angela for joining our live streaming. And yeah, next week we will Friday we're still going to have a live streaming. I will, as for the speaker, I will leave it as a surprise until I reveal it next week. And welcome you guys to join. I think the time is not confirmed yet because we needed to double confirm based on the time differences. Okay, thank you. And for those who win the lucky questions, please get in touch with us directly, and we will send our gift to you directly and confirm the informations. Okay, thank you all for today's live streaming, and we have a great time, just like 1 hour, and see you next time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
See you next time.